At the start of the movie, a woman and a guy are on a date by the pool. We learn from what they said that their names are Cindy and Brad and that they are both lifeguards at the park. When their jobs are over, they don't go home. Instead, they stay at work to hang out with each other and get cozy on top of the water slide. Not long after that, someone with a knife comes up to them and kills them in a terrible way. The Valley Hills High School class of 2018 plans to have their graduation party sometime in the future. They want the event to happen at a place called Wet Valley, which is a water park. Alice, who went to Valley Hills High School, came up with the idea. She also came up with the whole event, similar to what happens at every other graduation. All of the seniors can't wait to hang out. Plus, they can swim and go down water slides. They also plan to spend 3 days at the water park. Now we meet our main character, Josh. He and his friends Chad and Slim formed a band called The Blades, which would play at some point during the event. Conrad, an old guy, comes up to them later. He tells them that he works at the water as both a janitor and a repair worker. Even though he has worked there for 35 years, he is still alive and well a few hours later. Josh and his friends are training when they run into Kim, who seems to be Josh's ex and now works as a lifeguard. Josh and Kim's small talk seems to show that Josh is not Kim's boyfriend. Jealous Tommy. Well, if you think about it, it makes sense that he would feel that way, given how his girlfriend treated her. In the next scene, we meet Michael, who gets a call from Josh, the main character of the story. During the call, Josh asks his dad on purpose to come watch him act at the water park. Then, we meet Priscilla, who is one of the people in charge of the park. She graduated from Valley Hills High School in 1992. Slim says that he heard a story going around among the students that Priscilla was going to have sex with one of the graduates. The rest of the class is now having fun at the main draw of the water park. That is a set of water slides with tubes that are really tall and long. So far, everything is fine and nothing seems out of the ordinary, at least until a few spoiled teens decide to go down the slide with a bottle of liquor. Paul, the owner of Wet Valley, decides to take action, and Conrad, the janitor, cleans up the broken glass and blood in the pool. Tim and Tommy ran into Josh in the afternoon. Josh was hanging out with Chad and Slim. Josh's friend called Tommy to ask him to look for a cord extension while Tommy set up the speaker and microphone cords. Josh decides to take the chance to be alone with Kim in a different place. Behind Tommy's back, Kim and Josh start going out together. Josh's dad is having dinner with Priscilla at the same time. At first, we see them talking, but we can't hear what they're saying. From what they said, we found out that Priscilla is married to Paul, the owner of Wet Valley. During dinner, Michael, who is known in the area as Josh's dad, says that Paul doesn't know he's sitting in front of something good. After some time has passed, Josh and Kim are walking up to their friends because his band is about to play. Several peers are watching them from a distance, and one of them says that something bad is going to happen to them. The Blades are now singing for the seniors. They are playing hits from the 1980s. Kim, who is watching, acts like she doesn't like Josh's music or the loud noises their instruments make or the condoms. Josh's dad and Priscilla usually keep an eye on him. Tommy still doesn't know that his girlfriend cheated on him up to this point. But then it came out that one of the seniors had recorded Josh and Kim hooking up and shared the video in the seniors group chat. When Tommy sees the recording, he is, as you might expect, very angry. He runs up to the stage and beats Josh right in front of everyone. Fight. Okay, let's set your fire. Get out of here. When Priscilla sees her husband cheating on her with Alice, the girl from the beginning of the movie, things get even worse. Later, Michael goes up to his son Josh and tries to calm him down. Then he asks Josh what he thinks about his plan to buy the pool. Alice, who they didn't know was listening in, heard everything. She goes to find Paul and tells him that he shouldn't have tried to sell the water. Alice, who is Paul's lover, is worried that Paul will leave her when he gets the money from the deal. Paul, who is drunk, tells her that he would never sell the water park because it is his only source of income. This is several hours after all the seniors have gone to bed for the night and no one else is around, except for one person who breaks into one of the water slides to put two big metal blades in an X shape inside. Even worse, Michael seems to be followed by a strange figure the next day as he walks around the area to check it out. John, please stop. Oh, really? I'll give you anything you want, no matter what it is. What would you like? After Michael is shot in the leg, he is taken to the shed. Cindy and Brad, the two lifeguards from the beginning, are also dead, and their bodies are in the shed. In the next scene, we found out that Tommy had been fired from his job and that Kim had just broken up with him. Conrad then told Tommy that Kim no longer cared about him. But because he loves her, Tommy still has hope. After lunch, Conrad, who takes care of the water slides, runs the water that goes down them. At this point, no one knows that one of the slides has metal blades inside it. While that was going on, Priscilla, who also works in their operations, decided to hook up with Slim instead of doing her job in the afternoon. Meanwhile, all of the seniors are excited to take part in a fun competition with a $500 prize. They would be put into teams and race to see who can slide down the water slides the fastest. So, Josh joins forces with Chad and Slim. But Slim is still nowhere in sight. Instead, they see Tommy, who comes up to them out of the blue even though he just got fired from his job. Tommy tells them that he is not there as an employee anymore, but as a guest who is also competing. The other seniors don't seem to like the idea very much, so they won't let him join Slim. Still no sign of him. Josh and Chad decide to ask him if she wants to join their team. Tommy, who had nothing better to do than stand around, sees something is wrong not long after. He notices that one of the slides has a trail of water coming out of it. He also finds pieces of the material from the water slides. This means that someone poked holes in the slides while all the seniors were waiting in line to get to the top. Conrad is hanging out by the pool while he waits for the competition to show up. While this is going on, Tommy, who is now sure that one of the slides has been messed with, tries to stop everyone from going down the slides. Unfortunately, the adults don't care about him because of what he did at the party the other night. They already think of him as a party killer. The competition is about to start, and the people in charge of the event and the pool are making sure everything goes well. Priscilla talks to Conrad, who is watching over the low. Of course, neither of them knows that one of them has blades inside it. Tommy never gives up. He still tries to get Paul and Priscilla to tell him and them that everyone is in danger. No one believes him, though, and the race starts. One of the older kids who was mad at Tommy even pushed him down the slide. 3 girls go down the same slide at the same time, and as expected, the blades cut them up right away. Below, the water coming out of the 3rd slide has gone red, and severed limbs are sliding down after it. The rest of the guests scream in fear, and Conrad sprains his foot as he rushes down to his lifeguard seat. While that was going on, Tommy, who was pushed down the slide earlier, is almost to the metal blades. He has no choice but to cross his fingers and hope that no one else follows him down. At the same time, Conrad tells Priscilla right away to stop the race, but their walkie-talkies aren't working. So, Priscilla doesn't know about the chaos below and instead tells Paul to drop. Paul gets the bad news. The 3rd slide. Josh runs up to the top floor and tells everyone to stop going down the slides. Paul is going down the slide and keeps trying to stop himself from going down further everywhere. Stop fucking rough tube. The 2 senior girls and Tommy, who are already stuck between the blades, are pushed further down and die. No one thinks that all this fun and games would lead to this much bloodshed. During the chaos, Conrad tells Chad and Kim to turn off the water pumps in the shed. When they do, they find the bodies of Josh's father Michael and the 2 lifeguards inside. Go back to the slides. Paul can't hold on any longer because the water is moving so fast. Sorry kid. He falls down and is also killed by the terrible blades. After the killing, Josh's lawyer tells him that his father has left him a lot of money. But his father hasn't finished buying the Wet Valley Water Park yet. He had planned to tear it down to make room for a $20 million shopping center, but the park's owner, Paul, died in the accident. So, Priscilla is the only person who will get the money from the deal. At the end of the movie, Priscilla smiles, and then she remembers how her father died by accident in this park years ago and no one cared. She was a little girl when it happened, so we can say that Priscilla is to blame for all the bad things that happened in 2018. She probably came up with a complicated plan, maybe to get even or just to get a fortune.